Okay, so just kind of for the first time, really in a very long time, I'm looking at the monthly missions because right now I'm at bronze medal. I kind of like to get to silver so I can get the extra slot open in the hangar and keep leveling the suits that I'm playing. I found out something really cool though. I'm going to segue off of this a little bit and go show you something here. Once you get to Sergeant I think it's where am I at? What am I? I am a Master Sergeant. Once you get to Master Sergeant 1, something cool happens in your mobile suit directory. Under the level 1 suits, it's not in the level 2 suits, so I think it's probably going to be a higher rank to get for that. But you'll notice that on this particular suit here, the Nemo 3, or Nemo the Third, which is the grammatical proper way to say it, you'll see this little yellow hand that shows a thumbs up here. Well, that's because it's yellow because it's a support suit, and it's thumbs up because it's recommending that this is a suit to get into. If you have no real experience with this particular type of archetype, this is a good place to start, and I think that's fantastic. It doesn't say it's going to get you wins, but it's going to be a little bit easier to comprehend and to work through. And when you look at the loadout, you got the beam rifle, saber, you've got a beam cannon. Note that when you fire this, you will go stationary, so you got to be careful. Most support suits, if they have cannon fire, it's going to make them go stationary when they fire. But they benefit from crouching and also being ADS, actively down scope. You have a choice of a beam rifle. You also have the gym rifles, which I think this is a nice one, but I think I want to go ahead and use that one next time. Anyway, so yeah, when you play support, I always recommend playing ranged, and durability if you can mix that. No, so anyway, this is a prototype Gundam. It's a raid suit, so it has the red thumbs up. But you'll notice that a lot of these will have little thumbs ups on them. That is basically, like I said, recommended. If you're still getting used to it, um, that it says that this is what you want to have. Now, I was doing some Reddit reading, and one of the commenters had said that it would be awesome if these not only just indicated good suits to get started with, but also based upon your recorded playstyle, because every one of these games nowadays records your playstyle. That's how they lobby you, supposedly. Because even though I'm a D plus rating, if I go to my pilot, no, that's game database. There we go. Sorry, database. And I go to my rankings. No, I want play data. There we go. Sorry, basic data. There we go. Thank you. So even though I'm a D plus in space and ground, based upon my playing styles and the suits that I'm choosing, it's been matching me against C and C minus and C plus players, which I kind of take it as a compliment, just as much as I take someone who's teabagging me at the end of a duel as a compliment, because it means that I was a tough enough opponent that you felt like you overcame something significant, or you're just a troll. Doesn't matter. But anyway, so looking at the missions, back to this. So I started thinking to myself, let's take a look at some of these and what they require. Okay, now this is all basic, completing the mission parts, but here we go to obtaining tokens. Now this is all going to be about just playing, of course, and I guess it also counts if you go to the shop and buy tokens. Like let's see, you obtain up to how many tokens? 150, 160, 200, 260 tokens. If you claim up to 260 tokens, and if I go to the store, which is their one and only microtransaction store, you can buy 110 tokens for 90 bucks. So if you wanted to max out the token bounties for the monthly missions, you would pay $180 to get 220 tokens, and then you'd have to earn the other 50, or you'd go full hog and just do this too. I think that's pretty scammy, actually. But more importantly, what I wanted to really talk about, and I'm like, who the fuck plays this game that much to actually warrant that as a achievable option? Sorting into space and ground missions 100 times each. And then, of course, just, in basic, general, sortie into battle 300 times. Sortie into battle 300 times. Okay. We all know that it takes roughly about 12 minutes for an actual match, but it could take upwards of 3 to 5 minutes to get a full lobby. So let's be generous and say 15 minutes from waiting room to match completion. Let's say 15 minutes, which is about what it normally takes in Destiny when you're doing a non-Crucible activity, because Crucible activities take 12 minutes, but only take about 30 to 45 seconds to go through the waiting room into the lobby. So we'll say 15 minutes times 300. Okay, that's 4,500 minutes. Divide that by 60 minutes for the hour. That's 75 hours. There are 30 days roughly in a month. Let's be even more generous and say you can really only play for maybe 25 of those. Um, 75 hours divided by 25 days. If you play solid PvP matches, that's no time for anything like I'm doing right now, which is just basically kind of like, character maintenance and taking a look at where you want to apply your efforts and checking out your other things in the game because they have the simulator, which can give you rewards as well. You're playing for 3 hours on average a day for 25 days out of the month. That gives you 5 days in the month that you're not playing. I work from home because I'm a visual artist. I paint miniatures for people who collect the Kickstarter games, and I do concept drawings and all kinds of weird illustrations for people at times. And and I do my own artwork as well. So I can be on a game. I'm on my console pretty much all day. The console starts up, and I'm either watching YouTubes, watching streaming shows, or I'm playing a game while I wait for paint to dry or for models to air dry because it's not good to use a hair dryer on certain plastic models because they will warp. So you got to let them air dry. Okay, so that takes time. So while I'm waiting for that to happen, and I don't have anything else going on at the present time, which technically I could always have something going on, I'm playing games. Upwards in game time versus I rarely spend 3 hours in Gundam Battle Operation. And in those 3 hours, I'm very rarely constantly in a match. Um, just as a hard test right here, I'll show you guys. I don't even how long have we been in this video already. Okay, 7 minutes into the video. Typically, I like to keep these under about 10 minutes because most people don't want to watch past 10 minutes. But we're just going to go ahead and just grab a basic game here. I'm going to pick a rated match because they're always, somewhat kind of fun. 550 is a nice, even cost. Most people are pretty comfortable with a 550 rated match. We're going to go to customize. We're going to go for our levels, and I'm going to pick my same Nemo that I had last time. All right, we're going to double check our build. Everything looking good. We switched out our rifle, so we're all ready to go. Okay, we've got 4 people in the lobby already, and it's only been about 30 seconds or so. So let's see how long it takes for this to go through the waiting room until we can get into a lobby. If you want, if you want to go get yourself a snack or something, you can go ahead. I'm going to go check on the drawing time of my figures and see what's going on. I'll be right back. If I had pre-recorded this and edited it, because I don't really have a laptop or a PC to edit videos, so everything I do is live stream raw footage for the most part, I probably would have done like a 5 times or 10 times at this point because it's already like this. By this time, it's been about a minute. Honestly, I think since I started actually, uh, yeah, it's been about a minute in the waiting room here. By this time, I would already be in a match in Destiny. So, and like I said, the actual PvP matches are only about 12 minutes. But, I mean, you're going to spend like 3 minutes just waiting around for the lobby. We're already at a minute and a half here. I'm running a stopwatch. And it's saying 1 minute right now, but I have to add that 30 seconds before I started the stopwatch. So, let's see how long it goes. And it's not like, they're looking for North American players. We lost people. We're losing people. Awesome. Um, because the last 3 matches that I played in this today, we had almost half the waiting room were Japanese players. And of the other half that were non-Japanese players, only 25% of us, of the whole lobby, were North American players, saying, Sony America. The others are split between the UK and Brazil. So that is like I said, so it's not like they're not pulling players from all over the place. Yeah. See, I think yeah, we're not going to keep this lobby's already failing. It's like 2 minutes to go. All right, we're at the 2.5 minute marker now. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bail. Sorry,
Returning to
not gonna
base
play.
camp.
Yeah, so you get the point here. That took about 2.5 minutes, and on top of that will be 12 minutes worth of actual playing, and it's
Canceling
like
procedures. Good
I
work out
know I
there.
don't have the time to do it. There is something I would like
I handle pilot
this
sorties
game
for the
to
whole
do
camp.
as kind of a quality of life improvement is
Making
that under the
preparations for
rated
canceling procedures.
and the
Making
quick
preparations for
matches,
sortie.
maybe highlight something that's popular, because I mean, you get an hour and a half for each of these rotations. But it'd be a
Canceling
way if there was a
procedures.
way to find out which of these,
Making
in
preparations for
rated and
sortie.
quick match versus ground versus space, which point values are the most
Canceling
popular to go
procedure.
with. And I
Making
would imagine
preparations
that
for
the lower
sortie.
point values are
Canceling
probably more
procedure.
popular.
Making preparations for
So,
sortie.
excuse me. Let's try
All
a
right, be
450
careful out
space
there.
match.
Please begin
Let's see what happens
preparations
there.
for sortie.
And I'll go into my mobile suit, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to change my suit now. Um, I don't want to be in levels 5. Let's see. I want to so much. I want to keep trying out those little thumbs up guys. Um, nope, still nothing there. There we go. Ah, I've actually played this guy already because I tinted him. Doobie 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 doo. Let's see if it's any different for space. I did a mobility one. It's about the same. Let's go range because he is a range fighter. He's a support suit. And let's see. No, that's it. That's the only weapon I get to use. All right, let's see if this is any better. All right, at this point, I'm actually going to say we're starting now, just because. Let's see what happens. And we fail. Yeah, so yeah,
Good
I
work out
have
there.
no idea how anyone's going to manage getting 300 missions, 300 sorties, done. That is just wow. 300 battles, man. Um, like winning 200 battles. That's going to be tough. Um, Jesus. Yeah, that's just nuts. That is just pure nuts. So, wow, game demanding so much. But anyway, yeah, that's all I'm going to really share for now. So thanks for stopping by. Uh, go have some fun.